This is Tony Reid with thefightnerd.com, here with Ben Saunders, picking up a victory tonight. We'll talk about that quickly. Seems like we have a lot of people here ready to talk to you. So as far as the fight tonight, early on it was a lot of the groundwork, you know, like we talked about the press conference, a lot of side control. You got the mount, took the back, you spent a lot of time on the ground. Seems like in the third round he kind of came in and walked into your bread and butter, which is the Muay Thai game, things like that. You kind of ended pretty quickly when it got to that point. Can you talk about the way the fight went down a little bit?
Honestly, in the first round, the first takedown was really because he kneed me in the nuts, and I was like, oh, son of a, and then I kind of got pissed off, and I was just like, all right, whatever, man, I'm going to launch you to the ground. I don't think he meant to. I mean, the same thing happened with Matt Lee. I'm tall, so maybe they, you know, when they try to knee me in the body or something like that, I think it's just right there. It sucks for me big time, but it usually sucks for them worse when we're in the clinch. So no real problems there. And as far as what was the other question? Oh, the side control and all that.
As far as exhibiting the ground game, then kind of the way you finished it, is it?
Yeah, man. I've been working on my ground game a lot. I honestly just don't think, you know, I was able to show it, you know, in a few of my past fights, but I think my ground game is very well MMA orientated to stay aggressive, stay active, go for submissions or ground and pound or strikes from various positions. Crucifix position works very well for such a tall, lanky fighter like myself. The elbows, they were there in numbers, and I wish they were allowed. Unfortunately, they weren't. So I'm just looking to make my way into the finals so I can add that to my game.
Absolutely. Kind of touching on that, they announced here tonight who your opponent will be. It'll be Luis Santos. What are your thoughts on Santos?
I honestly don't really know. I don't really know anything about him. I didn't even get to watch the fight. I was in the back. I didn't watch any of the fights. I was too focused on getting my mind and body ready for the war that I was going to be going out for. And but nonetheless, man, for him to beat Hornbuckle means that he's without a doubt one of the top in the world. And you know, we're going to do our homework, and we're going to come up with a great game plan, which is usually the same. Hopefully, it's exciting for the fans, and you know, I'm looking to come out on top, and like I said, go to that final round so I can use my elbows.
Nice, nice. And of course, the further you advance, the closer you're going to get to facing Ben Askren. What are your thoughts on Askren?
He's phenomenal at wrestling, and you know, he's coming along very well with the MMA game. You know, he probably doesn't have too many fights and too much experience against top-notch competition, but he's out there training with Duke Rufus right now, and I'm a huge fan of Duke Rufus. The guy's phenomenal. So that's easily, whether it brings his stand-up game up, it's definitely going to bring up his stand-up defense to where it's going to be needed and well adjusted to work with his game plan of his wrestling. And he's relentless with the takedown and world-class, Olympic level pretty much, right? So, you know, I'm not really even looking past anybody. I'm going to be focused on, you know, my next round opponent. And, you know, if we meet, I'm going to be working on my takedown defense, and he's going to have to worry and work on his face defense.
Okay, before we let go here, one last thing. I'm filling in for Matthew with the Fight Nerd today.
I know.
He seems to get a hold of you every time, so I figured it was my civic duty, or fight nerdly duty, to get a hold of Ben Saunders today. Is there anything you want to say to the guys that aren't here today?
I'm disappointed in you, man. I'm very disappointed. I was really looking forward to another Fight Nerd interview by you. You usually come at me with crazy questions, nerd questions. I am a martial art nerd, a fight nerd myself, and the only one thing that was, you kind of posted that I wanted to fight Dolph Lundgren, and we were really talking about Jean-Claude Van Damme. He wants to do kickboxing. I want to fight you. Make it happen, somebody.
Is that you want to fight the Fight Nerd or Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Jean-Claude Van Damme. I want to kickbox him.
There you have it.
And I'll do it for free.
A free kickboxing? Would that be an exhibition?
Yeah, I don't know. Is he?
Freeze exhibition, I believe.
No, I mean, it doesn't matter what it is, man. I'm gonna beat that ballerina down.
All right, fair enough. This is Tony Reid, FightNerd.com.
And by the way, this is the real kickboxer. You're probably not so much.
Interesting. This is Tony Reid, FightNerd.com. Ben Saunders, signing off.